with Sean from SCOR Golf at the 2012 PGA show, and we know that the THPers know a lot about these clubs already. You heard it from testers, you heard unbiased feedback, but we kind of wanted to get to the expert and have him tell us exactly what SCOR is about and what makes it unique.
So I think, first, just, a little bit about SCOR Golf. we want to be a different equipment company. We're bringing not only great equipment for your short game, but we also are getting involved in instruction through our blog. But why SCOR Golf and why the short game? When you think about golf, when you strip away all the reasons we play, whether it's gambling or cute cart girls or getting away from your family for a little while, it's all about lower scores. And when you break it down and look at your scorecard, what percentage of your shots are affected by the short game inside 120 yards or inside 9-iron range? It's 65% of the shots. So if you really want to get serious about shooting lower scores, you need to get serious about your short game. That's the right equipment, and that's the right technique, working with your local golf pros, reading everything you can and trying different things, and then practice. It's like a weight loss program. You can't eat good and not exercise. You can't eat bad and just exercise. It doesn't work. You got to do all three. So as a wedge, the main thing that differentiates us as a wedge is our sole technology. It's called V-Sole. We have a patented design on our sole that puts 2 positive bounce angles on the sole of every one of our clubs. A very high degree of bounce on the leading edge that keeps this head from digging. But the primary portion of our sole is a very low degree of bounce that gets the leading edge of the club right down on the turf behind the ball. So you can have tight lie performance and deep rough, sand, soft turf performance with that high degree of bounce on the leading edge. So as a wedge, that's what really makes our club perform as far as the sole is concerned.
Now, you add to that the fact that you guys have about 9,000 lofts. I didn't even know these lofts existed. And you have every loft you could imagine to make sure you get proper gapping.
You bet. So, what we did is when the USGA came out with their new groove regulations, rather than taking the old grooves or the new grooves and putting them on our old style designs, we took a step back and said, what do I need for good short game performance? And we identified 3 different things. So distance control, I need this shot to go 106 yards. I need to know what club that is, what that shot looks and feels like. So to do that, you have to manage your trajectory. If you can manage your trajectory on your short game shots, you're going to have better distance control. More shots inside 130 yards or inside 9-iron range are missed long and short than left and right. We don't necessarily have trouble hitting our high lofted clubs straight. We have trouble hitting them the right distance. So we are managing that through our muscle back design. We're moving center of mass a little bit higher in the face. That does 2 things. It helps bring the ball trajectory down, a little bit thicker top line than most 9-irons and wedge styles. And this center of mass in the muscle back is a little higher in the face to bring the trajectory down. The other thing that we did on distance control is where 4161, the name, comes from. So, we were trying to decide what our loft differentials are going to be at the PGA show last year. And
nice timing.
Like, why don't we just do all 21 heads? And we're like, well, that kind of makes sense. So we make every single loft from 41 degrees to 61 degrees in 1-degree increments. 21 different heads.
They won't be able to pick it up on video, but right behind us there is every single loft that they have.
So that's what 4161 means. Now, why does that matter to me as a golfer? What that does is it lets you build a match set of short irons and wedges at tight 4-degree or 5-degree increments, depending on how many wedges you carry. We don't want to put you over 14 clubs, but we want to get you tighter yardage gaps through tighter loft gaps. So the entire concept is, when you have a 9-iron or a pitching wedge in your hands, that shot is a lot more like a wedge shot than it is a 6-iron. But the fact is, most of us are playing with 9-irons and pitching wedges that are designed to look, feel, and play like our 6-irons. So we're challenging that philosophy. As a golfer, what I love about our system more than anything, and all the guys on THP are probably sick of hearing me type this or watching me type this, because I've done it 1,000 times, is I'm a gap wedge guy. I always have been. It's my layup yardage. When I was in college and playing professionally, just put me at 108 yards, and I know I'm going to have a really good chance of making birdie or getting up and down for par. So put that gap wedge in my hand, and I've got more confidence than any other club in my bag, certainly more than my putter. And now with our system, I have a pitching wedge and a 9-iron that look, feel, and play just like my gap wedge. So I've got that same confidence I have from 108 yards with my gap wedge all the way out to my 9-iron distance, which is 138 to 140 yards.
Must be nice hitting them that far.
I don't care how far they go, as long as they go how far I need them to.
One of the things that, and we'll wrap this up, I know people are going to be like, God, this is like 7 minutes long.
Exactly. Well, that guy talks a lot.
One of the things that I really liked about it, and we talked about it on the radio show I just did recently, is when you're shooting on the course and you're playing golf, you think of high bounce, low bounce, and I don't want to have that mental thought in my head of, I'm in a tight lie, I don't know if I can hit this heavy bounce club. It takes the mental side out of it. You don't even think about it anymore.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I think to that point, I mean, there's a lot of great wedges out there. There's a lot of great wedges in this building. Most of them are designed to do a very specific thing for a very specific lie. Our wedges, with our sole, give you a better sole design for a wider variety of lies. They perform well on tight lies from the fairway, tight lies up around the greens. If you get in a deep bunker because you bladed over the green, which a lot of us do, but we don't want to admit.
That never happened on the internet.
You still, you've got the right club no matter where you are on the golf course. We run into every single lie, almost every single hole. So don't make it too confusing for yourself, and don't choose a wedge that's designed to do one thing.
That about wraps it up from the SCOR Golf booth. We want to hear your feedback continuing. As you try out the SCOR clubs, give us the feedback, let us know. We know Sean, he does read every post about it, and he'll respond to most of them. So let us know your feedback on them, and we will see you soon.